where can I start? You know, it's a complete game shutout, in command of every inning, 10 more strikeouts, and for a guy that has resurrected his career in the way that he has, it's very, very impressive. You know, you're starting to get the feel that this is a little bit of a habit. He is more than just a couple of good starts into this, I know, but it's 3 in a row, and he's starting to give us a really good feeling that he can go up there at any time and command the baseball and win a game.
Sean?
Sorry, how do you explain a guy who's pitching an independent ball, 2 months ago, coming in and dominating at the major league level like this at his age?
I can't explain it, other than it's a guy that's really digging deep to make that moment happen. It's not easy. We know that. This is a very, very tough game. It's challenging at every turn, but he has simplified things and probably deserves all of this credit because it's from within that's making the difference.
Can you pick out one part of this game that was a bet? I mean, you had Betts' catch, 2 guys scoring within 5 feet. I mean, is there one thing that stands out in this game for you?
You're right. There was a lot of exciting moments. There was a ton of energy in the stadium. There's a ton of energy on the field. There's a ton of energy in the dugout. But nothing was better than a complete game shutout by Rich Hill. The catch was a close second. It was scripted in an unbelievable way to end the game the way it did. Mookie made a great break, found the fence, did exactly what he is trained to do, made a very athletic play. We had a couple of guys make really good baseball reads on the bases, and Butter made a great call, sending those guys home, and scored 2 runs, 2 more RBIs for Big Poppy.
Torey, you and a lot of the guys on this team know what Rich has been through in the last couple of years with different things. How good does everybody kind of feel for him beyond how he's pitched, just his being able to be up here and do what he's doing?
You know, I met him back in 2010 for the first time in Pawtucket. Had a chance to manage him. He was always a very kind, caring, compassionate man, a great teammate. You throw in a couple of difficult circumstances that he's walked through over this past couple of years, and he is just so easy to root for. And I get a lot of people that track me down, whether it's on the field or by text, and they want to know how. Please pass my well wishes to Rich Hill. He's a pretty special guy, and I want to make sure that you say hello for me and congratulations. That's going on all the time, and I'm not the only one that's going through that. Everybody knows him. Everybody knows him, loves him. Great guy, easy to root for. Great moments.
Torey, going back to Mookie's catch, how much does that kind of speak to just the strides he's made over the past week or so, really, and almost, putting his hand on the wall, too, to pull himself back in? Yeah.
I think that was probably a conditioned response from one time that he hurt his neck. So he's probably thought about not falling all the way down completely. But, you can see a couple of things that he's doing well. It's the drop step. It's the read over one shoulder, turning the other way, making a nice play, and doing it the proper way with the right footwork. It's knowing where he is and his spacing, getting to the wall. It's closing the gap on a ball. It's closing down the angle on a ball in the gap to save 90 feet. He's a very good athlete, and we're comfortable and confident knowing that if he is our right fielder in the future, that he's going to be well above average.
Right. Torey, what are you seeing in the way Xander's reading plays and running the bases this season, I guess, especially in comparison to his first season?
Well, I think he's developed comfort in his game all the way around. He is a second-year player that's done a lot to get to this position. He's not afraid to make a mistake, and I think all young players that transition into being everyday big league players are not afraid to make mistakes. And you come up, and that's the first thing you're concerned about, is not doing something that's going to cost you an out or a run or a game. But Xander is full speed ahead. He's trusting his instincts, and we talk about just trusting what your eyes see and let it take you from there. You can see he did make a great read the other day. He made 2 outs on the bases if we can go back and remember. But we, as a coaching staff, we sat with them, we encouraged them and said, you know what, continue to trust your eyes and just pick the right time to make those moments or take chances in those crucial moments. So nothing he does is surprising me these days. He's a pretty special player.
Johnny?
Can you imagine any way he'll won't be here in with the Red Sox, at least in spring training next year?
That's not for me to decide at this point. I just know that he's taken the ball and he is doing his job and doing everything that we ask. We, as a group, sit down, we have discussions about every player in the organization, and his name will certainly cross our board, and we'll cover it to the best of our abilities and make the best decision moving forward. You know, Rich, like I said, Rich is doing everything that he can to make that decision as hard as possible.